Hello, how are you? This is Jilly Bling. Today's project is all over the internet. Lisa Curcio made quite a few of these and I love them. So this is today's project. And I pulled out a few old stamp sets. I have a few new ones, a few current, so you could definitely reproduce many of these, but I pulled out a few old stamp sets and a little bit of old designer paper just because it's such a perfect fit for this. So I have a lot of samples and I'll show you. I kind of went crazy with combinations. I love this card. And the sizes and the scores, I'll put those all on my blog, and my blog is jillybling.com. In just a day, I'll put them on. So, Gifts of Giving, I used all three of these. I love this little holly branch. Throughout the year, great stamp set. Mostly use the holiday and the cheers to you and the new year. I love that. Cottage wreaths, mostly for this little holly and the berries, and also the sprig. I like the Merry Christmas, but I haven't seemed to squeeze that in yet. This is an old set, Greetings of the Season, and Christmas in the Making. I love this set. I wish I was as cute as a button as that girl right there. Well, any of them. They're all cute, cute, cute. So I will show you the samples, and you can fast forward because I made a lot, like almost embarrassing how many I made. It's almost embarrassing how much time it took to color them. Yeah. Okay. So, isn't that cute? I think this might be my favorite. I love the green with the pool party. And then I put a sticky on the back that shows all the colors I used for each card. But you could write in quite a few places, or not. Okay, so that's one of them. I don't know, I should have a plan for what to do on the inside, but I haven't yet. Not yet. Okay, then this one with a poinsettia paper. And this one, and you probably recognize this paper. This is the old St. Nick paper. And I think it goes just perfect with her holding a little ornament. And I used the stamp that matches the images on the designer paper. But you could put the old St. Nick on here. Okay, this one might be my favorite now. Yeah, I know, I've had a few favorites. And I use the same colors for these gifts as I did for these gifts. But there's more! The music paper, oh, I love that one. And this little fern and berries is from the cottage wreath, and I think it works perfectly. This is from Fun and Festive, that little bird. Do you recognize this paper? This is an online exclusive paper. This is from Cottage Wreaths. Look at that one. Santa Claus. It was so fun picking up the colors from the paper to color the gifts. And at first I thought that's not all that festive, but I love how it turned out. Same as these colors. Because that's olive. And yes, there is olive in the paper. This is spruce. Just a few more. This is old paper from a few years ago. Cup of chair. Snowflakes. Roses paper from a few years ago. And back to the favorite. Okay. That's a lot of samples. I had a lot of fun. Let's make it. Oh, it looks like I do have a plan. So, of course, I gave credit to Lisa Curcio. Thank you for sharing. I love this one. And I have that cut out. It's like I don't want to, well, you know what? Let me put, because you know, I might lose track. Well, I have to score. Okay, I'm going to stick all these panels to the white. And that just kind of layers the designer paper so it stands out a little better. And I'm going to use liquid glue for that. I noticed when I use liquid glue on this project, it makes each of the panels kind of stiff, which is nice, because otherwise the card is a little, I don't want to say the word flimsy, but it has a little bit more movement in it. And put it over here. And I think it's better when it's a little bit more substantial, which happens with the glue, because the glue dries as hard as a rock. And if you cut off your papers, you're ready to make it, turn on the video, and here we go. Just one note of something that I kind of regularly messed up on is this white paper, this layer, is bigger than this piece right here. This piece perfectly fits on there with a little bit of a border. This one is right to the edges, so it perfectly layers the designer paper. Just a heads up. I know you wouldn't mess up, but I mess up. I wish I had someone over my shoulder saying, that paper goes on the back. So just getting a nice border on all these. And then this one I'm going to save for the end so that if I mess up when stamping, I can flip it over. Okay, that's a good start. So let's do the scoring. And I need the extender. Okay, and you could see right up here, I'm going to look at the measurements up there. So I cut the paper to 5.5 by 11. I'm just going to score it at 3, 6, 7.5, 9, and 10. And I'll put all of the dimensions on my blog, including the size you cut it and the score lines. But I'll repeat it again here as we go. So the paper is cut to 5.5 by 11, and I'm going to score it at 3, 6, 7.5, 9, and 10. And you know, after doing, you saw how many samples there are? I should know that. Okay, so here it is. So all the scores are on here, and I'm going to confirm all the folds, but for me it helps if I just get the folds started, because that's about how it should go. Woohoo! But then I like to go back with my bone folder and make sure that this lines up with that. Hoping I didn't score it crooked. This lines up with that. It's probably an extra step that doesn't need to be done, but I like my cards to be as well put together as possible. Okay, so here we are. That's it. So what is it? How many peaks? 1, 2, 3 peaks. How many bottoms? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's attach these panels. Glue. Isn't that pretty? So this year, I've really done Christmas. I mean, there's been a lot of Christmas card options this year. And I am so ready to move on to spring in the mini catalog. We just passed Thanksgiving and here I am ready to move on. I still have to make some Christmas cards. I do all these and make maybe one or two, but that's not enough. And I want to make them flat. I went to the post office and mailed stuff myself rather than having Tony mail it. If you can imagine yourself gasping with your mouth open, like, oh my gosh. It doesn't fit through that slot, so it's considered a package. And it costs a lot. Okay. So, next are these panels. And you know, when putting these panels on, I was kind of wishing I hadn't put them on yet. So I'm going to hold off on that until everything is stamped. On all the samples, I put on the red panel. But I'm going to not. Okay, so this needs to be colored, and I like that one. This one. I like this with the pool party. I hope that'll show up on the, I think it will. Okay, so the cup is going to be pool party. Now try not to let this take too long. Pool party. Ooh, maybe my marker is getting a little dry. This just might do it in. I might look at my backups to get a new one. It might work. I use Pool Party Light often. It's getting squeaky and I'm not even pushing. That's how you know when it's getting tired. You could get that little zoom button down at the bottom and speed up. Some people are so kind and you comment, I don't mind watching you color. This would be a good time if I had stories. I don't think I have stories. Well, maybe I do. Let me check for another marker. Those all might be dark. Hold on. Dark pool party. Dark pool party. Dark pool party. I guess I use light pool party all the time. Well, we'll just have to make that one work. Maybe I should be using a lot of dark pool party. Oh, I have a story. So, Tony, do you remember, like in the last video, how I said, yeah, he fell down? Well, see, this is easy to misinterpret. He fell down and he hurt his wrist. So you're like, dang, he's falling down. But you know how I'm in my stamp room. This is my jam right here. And he likes to be outside doing the yard. And he's been working on building the fence, like putting in new posts and making it stronger so that when we have the garden going full and when the fruit trees are doing their thing, we don't have little visitors like deer come through and eat everything. Because this last year, That's what happened. And he had this fencing up, bright orange mesh. And when I say that, you're probably like, I know what you're talking about. That is like really bright and really obvious. And I can say it, it's really ugly. And you know we have this little debate about the color orange. Anyhow, so if he puts up this new fence, and this was all spurred on because we want to put up panels on either side of the gate, like wrought iron panels going across the front. So that got all this started. So before he did that, he had a surveyor come out so we know exactly where the property lines are. Whew, that's a whole lot of backstory. Anyhow, that's what got him started on redoing the whole fence and making it taller. Because if it's like 4 feet naturally, and you add on another 3 feet, hopefully we don't have any deer coming to visit the garden. So that's the plan. Anyhow, he hurt his wrist because he was out there, leaves are falling, and he is blowing. He's got one of those backpack blowers, and he's got the earmuffs on and everything. And he had a couple of trees taken down that were dead at the top, probably about a month ago. And they're still sitting there waiting for Evan to come and get them. Anyhow, he was blowing and he kind of walked backwards and hit one of the logs and toppled over it. He goes, but I was good with it because I did a roll. And I'm like, oh, okay. He goes, but yeah, my wrist is just a little sore. So on Sunday, or no, Thanksgiving, we had, we went over to Mama's, and Olive was there, and she was a nurse. I said, Olive, check out Tony's wrist, because he won't do anything about it. And he says, all right, I'll get better. And he's been, at one point he had carpal tunnel, and they gave him the support thing, which helped. And he pulled that out from I don't know where. Why does he have it? Because he had the surgery and everything is just grand now. So he pulled that out and he goes, that really helps if I wear that all day long. I'm like, yeah, but you need to get to the bottom of what's really going on. So my story is, guess where he is right now? He's going to the doctor to get an x-ray. Dun dun dun. Let's see what comes of that. Oh, I have something to show you about coloring. So if you're coloring, and say you want to do shadows in Pool Party or Slate, like I did for the white marshmallows. Let me find a garbage. Oh, you know what else? This is off the subject. Isn't that pretty? So if you have white paper that has a beautiful foil, you can take a different color, because Becky was needing more of the star navy paper. So I was trying it where I took 4 different colors and put them over there, and it turned vanilla paper into colored. And then you just kind of get your little buffer and shine them up. Isn't that pretty? Vanilla paper turned into navy paper. Okay, so this is where I'm going to show. I'll show you something. And the something is, when you're working with white or slate, I'm doing this one because it's a real strong color. But how many times do I use shadows? And I use Pool Party Light. So I'm doing 3 options. And I'm going to show you bad first. So what the goal is I'm going to show you how to make little shadows and soften them up using your lifter. Okay, so that right there, the first one, that's the goal. So let me, I'll show you bad. If you start in the middle and say, oh, I want it lightened, it's lightening it. But see how there's a ring around it? It kind of goes into, like if you have oil and water, it kind of makes it spread. All the pigment is put right there against the middle where the dot is. And even if you try to smooth it out, you keep on getting that wall. Okay, so an alternate way to do it, the green is showing up pretty good. I could try it on these too. A way to do it that's a little bit more effective is if you start in the white area, you work your way in through the green, and you might have to cover all of it, but let's try. So I'm going to start in the white area. So I've got the puddle going there. And now I'm going to just push the puddle back on to the rest of the green. So that's a little bit more effective way to make something blend from white to color. Let's try it on the slate. So start in the white, do your blending, and then kind of run over the rest of it. So that's, I have a little bit of a wall there, but not quite as bad as the green. So I hope that helps. Give it a try. I think just if you know what to expect from the markers, you're not disappointed and you don't get that big green wall. Sometimes my words fail me. I hope just seeing you know what I'm talking about. But it works, that method, especially well with slate and balmy and like the blues, the lighter colors. Okay, I know the card base is cherry, and here I'm using sweet sorbet. Just for a little bit of a difference. I could use cherry, but it might be too matchy-matchy and just kind of get blended. I have a tickle coming on. Can't have that. There, now I have fresh breath. And no tickle. Okay. Okay, candy cane. Let's do the berries. The berries I'll do in cherry. They can match the card. Oh, here's more berries. I'll probably have, the paper is full of berries. I'll probably have more berries for the inside. Just because I had that whole little baggie all cut out. When I have a new stamper and they see the baggie of stuff cut out, they're like, oh my gosh, did you do this? And my answer is, are you impressed? And they're like, yeah. I said, well, good. And I just leave it at that. Then someone else at the table will say, no, she has a machine. I have a brother scan and cut. And I know how to do only one thing on that machine, and I love it. And I would buy it over and over and over again just because to me it's so worth it. It does just about everything. See how this image, the stamped image, has a good solid outline? And if you don't know what I'm getting to with this, some images they don't have a good solid outline. They're kind of artsy, and the line might be heavy and solid in some areas, and then it gets kind of thinner just for like the definition of the stamp. It's not an error, it's on purpose. But images like that, they don't cut out very well. A little bit of dark olive. These are traditional colors. Okay, so that is done. Oh, except black. I like black. Where are you going to put black? Black is for my letters. Here, before and after. I color that one just the same way. So this one stamped, I haven't touched up. That one I touched up. Just because it's almost impossible to stamp it solid black. So I like to take my black light marker. The black dark marker, you could see every stroke that you put over the letters. The black light just is kind of in between black and gray, and it just fills in the lighter spots. And I'm not trying to get right to the edge, because if I get to the edge, I know I'm going to mess up the line. Amy, I know you're watching, and guess what just came out of hiding? Roomba. Amy was teasing me yesterday. She said, yes, and every time that you do a video, Roomba comes out, and guess what just happened? Oh, I went outside the line there. Okay, that's better. Okay, you know what I'm doing. Pause it. There we go. Okay, so this is going to go on the front. I need to decide. This will go on here. Very cute. Then I have these two. Oh, and the back. And the back. What did I put here? So decorations, I'm going to do some of these because I hand cut all those. Yeah. Not. And decorations. So I think this one, decorations. Decoration. Oh, host code. If you don't have a demonstrator, if you're going to order, I appreciate using the host code. Thank you, thank you. Okay, is this going to be too boring? I just put these on, the two in the corners. That's what I did on this one. This one at the bottom. Oh, I stamped it. I should stamp it. I'm going to stamp them. Oh, I did that one crooked. I don't know that I want to color that. Okay, so I'm going to stamp all those that I just laid out and just put the words on the back. Sometimes the easy ones, they're just as cute. Oh, and the colors used, Mossy Meadow, Cherry, Memento, Spruce. For all of them. All of them. I have it packed up. Ready to roll. Okay, so this one can be saved. Good. This one gets black words. Happy holidays! I love it when things work out. And cute little color. Okay, those are done. All these get put away. Wonder. No. No. Okay, on the back paper, one in each corner. Okay. And the words from that set throughout the year. Cheers to you in the new year. Have a cup of cheer. Cheers to you. Yeah, that's a good call on that one. Okay, this is cherry ink. When in doubt, all my cherry stamp pads are being busy. Imagine that. The unink spots have come to the rescue so many times. That and a re-inker, golden. Cherry. Okay, more coloring. How about if I let that dry and then I'll color. Give it a second to dry. Okay, so this one goes on the back. This one is a little bit smaller than that one. That goes, whoops. Cheers to you. This would be a fun card to receive. It could be like your every year decoration. This goes on with dimensionals. Dimensionals. Oh, and I have tips for putting this together. The squares at an angle. You could wing it. I'm sure it will work just fine. Or some of you, I know, have to have it perfect and you pull out your ruler and you make little pencil marks. I'm not going to do that. Happy holidays! Okay. There's a little fly. It's probably wrong, but he's kind of cute. He's like, leave me alone. Okay, so let's put this together. So I'm going to start with the larger one. So each of these are a little bit smaller. See the different sizes? Oh, I wanted that on, oh, that's okay. That's okay. I should color them. I'll color them. Then I'll put them together. Because it'll be challenging coloring them once they're on there. So, olive for the leaves. So what do you think when Tony comes back? Is he going to be all bound up? What if he's in like a hard cast? He's going to have to stop work. Oh my. Oh my. The thought of him not going to work, which is fine. I like it when he's home. He's going to go crazy. You know, I know, even if he does have like a cast all the way up to his elbow, I know he's still going to be out there. Just like he's been out there the past, what, 3 or 4 days. He's like, yeah, it's a little bit sore today, and yeah, I need to take some Aleve or ibuprofen or something. He goes, oh, that helps. Or I'm going to put it on ice. That helps. But you know, he'll still be out there probably every day, riding the lawnmower. He says, I'm vacuuming up the leaves when I have the lawnmower and the catcher thing on. Oh, okay. But I don't know how he could go to work. And how is he going to do those fence post hole digging and concrete hauling and yeah. If that's the case, I kind of feel sorry. I really feel sorry for him. It's going to drive him crazy. But I guess when I was in a way, I still stamped. If there's a will, there's a way. So, whatever the next video is, probably not Christmas. Maybe, okay, maybe one more Christmas. I'll give you an update. let you know. Yeah, I don't even know if he could go to work. Okay, we're getting there. Berries everywhere. Just doing the top of it, because I'll do the bottom part in cherry dark. Oh, top of it. Do I have any other stories? I don't think so. Jude, I did tell you, and you know how I stay true to my word, that I would do a live. That was my goal before the end of the year. It's not in December, so I still have time. Cherry dark. Put a little shadow on them. We might be almost done with this. Just attaching the squares, the diamonds. Okay, let's do it. Okay, I'm going to start with the big one. So this is how it's going to go. Woo. And I'm going to put the big one right here on this panel. This is the big one. And I'm going to set it in place, and I want the tip to be right to the edge of the white layer, right to here. If you put it down further, every time you fold it, you might be kind of crunching up the tip, and there's no need to do that. And the tip looks nice, so it's nice right against the white, right there. Okay, so it's going to be right about there. Therefore, this much gets no glue. No glue for you. Glue. So I'm going to put it right there against the white. I'm looking at this amount, that amount, trying to make, because it's glue, I could scooch it around. I'm making this, I want to be straight. This might be a little high. I don't know if I could still move it. There it is. Okay, so to me, just eyeballing it, that looks straight. I'm not going to do the measuring. Okay, this is the medium-sized square, and this is the small square. So the medium-sized square is going to go onto this panel of designer paper, right about here, tip on the white, and glue just right here. So I'll put that right about where I think it should go. Then when I pull this up and close it, look at that. This lines up with that, and there is an equal border. Isn't that fun? And you think, oh, you're just lucky the first try. But every time, maybe that's why I did so many of them. I was feeling successful with all of them. So this one has just a little bit of glue here. Okay. Goes to the tip on the white. And I'm going to line up the top the points. Probably from where the camera is, you're like, you're crooked. There, how's that? Not quite. Good? Not good. Well, this might be the one that's a little bit off. Okay, these look good. This looks good. That's a little bit off. but I'm going to pretend like I like it just like that. Because I don't think anyone's going to take it and say, let's check out all the layers. Are they equal? It's just a little bit off. Now my cup is a little crooked. Wouldn't you know? Okay, the cup is going to stay crooked. Okay, that's it. We did today's part. See, that wasn't so bad, huh? Isn't that, imagine getting this. Oh, look at the cup of cheer. What is all this? Happy holidays. Cheers to you. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching. If you can, do a thumbs up and share it. And if you haven't already hit the follow button, I'd appreciate that. Have a great day.